When the Chandela dynasty wished to tell their stories not through words but through something that would withstand time, they chose stone, and in that choice, they gave us Khajuraho. Among all its stunning monuments, one structure rises above the rest in size, in symbolism, in sheer splendor, the Kandariya Mahadeva Temple. It is not merely a temple, it is a manifestation of cosmic order, of devotion, of divine beauty, a poetic blend of faith, geometry, and art carved into silence. The temple was commissioned in the early 11th century CE by King Vidyadhara, one of the most prominent rulers of Chandela dynasty. In his reign, so Khajuraho flourished not just as a political center, but as a crucible of culture, architecture, and spiritual thought. Built between 1025 and 1050 CE, the temple was dedicated to Lord Shiva, the eternal aesthetic and the cosmic dancer Nataraja. It was constructed during a time of political strife with Mahmud of Ghazni, and yet, even in the face of war, this masterpiece was born, signifying resilience through art. Its shikhara or main tower dominate the skyline, rising nearly 31 meters high, mimicking Mount Kailash, Shiva's mystical abode. It is surrounded by 84 subsidiary spires, rising in rhythmic spiral formation, creating the illusion of mountain range reaching towards heaven. The temple follows a mandala layout rooted in Vastu Shastra and symbolic cosmology. Its three primary sections, the entrance hall, Ardha Mandapa, the main hall, Mahamandapa, and the sanctum, Garbhagriha, represent the stage in devotees' spiritual journey from outer world through ritual into inner awakeness. Every measurement, every access, every form in this temple serves a symbolic purpose. It is a sacred geometry and architecture of consciousness. What set the Kandariya Mahadeva Temple apart is not just its scale, but its incredible sculptural details. Over 870 statues grace the temple exterior, each intricately carved, each telling a story. There are gods and goddesses: Shiva, Parvati, Vishnu, Lakshmi, celestial musicians, dancers, apsaras, and the divine couple locked in cosmic embrace. Then there are erotic cultures, sensuous, bold, yet deeply symbolic. These are not meant to titillate, but to educate and elevate. They reflect the tantric worldview where sexuality is not a taboo, but a path to the divine, where the union of male and female is a metaphor for merging of individual soul with cosmic consciousness. We can also find depiction of daily life, women applying makeups, playing musical instruments, performing acrobatic. These carvings celebrate life in its entirety, the mundane and the mystical, the earthly and the eternal. In the Chandela era, Khajuraho was a melting pot of Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Jainism and Tantra. The temple reflects an inclusive worldview where art, science, nature and devotion were inseparable. There was no fear of expression, no shame in the body, no divide between sacred and sensual. This was a time when Indian temple architecture reached its zenith, where devotion was not hidden behind austerity but celebrated through beauty and experience. The temple was built using sandstone, assembled without mortar. Each stone block was a precision carved and interlocked using a tongue and groove system. Carving was done after the placement of stone. An incredibly challenging method requires unmatching skills. These were not mere laborers, they were architects, sculptors, philosophers, mathematicians, and mystics working in unison. Step inside, step inside, and the tone shift. From the exuberant outer carvings, you move into dim silence. The Mahamandapa is supported by intricately carved pillars forming a sacred space where the community once gathered for prayers and rituals. Deeper still lies the Garbhagriha, the sanctum, dark, cool, still. It houses the Linga, the symbolic representation of Lord Shiva, not in form but in essence. This space is designed to be intimate, spiritual, representing the inner self, the source of energy and creation. Here, in this darkness, the worshippers was meant to look inwards, into their own consciousness, into the divine within. The Kandariya Mahadeva Temple is more than a monument. It is a timeless testimony. It has survived invasions, nature's wear, and centuries of silence. Yet it stands strong and spiritual, refined and radiant. Today, it is a recognized UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing pilgrims, scholars, and travelers from across the globe. But truly understand it, you don't see it, you will feel it. You walk in the corridors not as a tourist but as seeker, because within these walls is a story not just of gods and kings but of you and the universe, woven in the language of stone. This is Kandariya Mahadeva, the temple where art becomes prayers and silence becomes sacred sound.